Good, y'all. Got another video for y'all today about being DL. It's basically part 3 to my first 2 videos. Cause 2 years later, I'm out. My mindset is different. Learned some things, so it's time for a little update. You feel me? Things I wanted to talk about are like it's levels to being DL. Like one nigga's DL is not the same as another nigga's. Like trying to make a relationship work with a DL nigga, and then like the mindset of a DL nigga, right? So I'm gonna start with the mindset. I was watching this video on YouTube about loneliness, and it's by this YouTube channel called Kurt's Gazette. Some of y'all may have heard them because they got like 1 million some subscribers. And they be talking about like existential shit, climate change, bodily functions, mental health, all that kind of stuff. And this video was on loneliness. They were touching on the stereotypes, how people perceive it, what it actually is, you feel me? And some of what they were saying made me think of a DL nigga that I used to talk to, right? Now one thing that they said was that loneliness is like a bodily function, you feel me? So even if you have friends, family, all this, you can still be alone, right? Now, or feel alone. Now for a DL nigga, or at least the DL nigga that I'm referencing, I felt that was the case. Or actually for just DL niggas in general, you feel me? Because if no one knows, if you haven't told anyone, then you are completely alone in that aspect. You can't really talk about who your actual attractions are to, or who part of your attraction is to. Like if you bi and you also attract to niggas, you can't talk about that shit. So you can have friends, family, all this, but if they don't know all of you, you feel me? Then that creates that feeling of loneliness, you feel me? It could cause, depression and all that other stuff. Another thing that they were saying in the video was that when you do feel lonely, you put your shields up. You feel me? You start to perceive, interactions as more hostile than they could have been. You start to see people as like they're trying to attack you. You feel me? And that was another thing I noticed with bro. So basically, my man's is, I'm gonna say he's more DL than me, or more DL than I was, because he's actually, let's touch on the difference between the versions of DL, right? When I was DL, I didn't have the best relationship with my mother. I wasn't that close to my pops, and the majority of my friends was woke, or at least I thought they were woke enough for me to tell them if I ever really felt the need to. You feel me? So I was DL, like after I started messing with niggas, I was DL for maybe like 2 years, right? I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm not really happy lying to all my people, this and this and that. So I told everybody. But for the homie, I think he been with his homie since the sandbox, right? I don't know if his boys is woke or not, or how woke they are, because I ain't never met them, but there's that. And then his family, I would assume it's the same deal, right? So for me, being out isn't as big a deal as it is to him, because he had longer relationships with these people, and I'm assuming they're not with that gay shit. You feel me? So yeah, he's more DL than me, and I think that also makes him lonely, because our interactions, there was like a lot of times where it was like bro was just he was hostile, like for no reason. Like we were having like a conversation that I could have with an out nigga, I couldn't have those conversations with him because he would shut down, he would get aggressive, he would get defensive. And it was just a normal conversation. I'd be like, okay, so you think liking niggas is wrong? Or what else did we talk about? I mean, we talked about like being DL and all that other stuff. Bro, just couldn't talk about that shit. And let's see, what else was there? He was also, well, his homophobia was, I wouldn't say more internalized than mine was, because like I've mentioned previously, like when I was younger, I used to what do they say, pray the gay away. I used to pray all the time to be straight because I didn't want to deal with this shit. And it took me a long time to accept myself and realize it ain't shit wrong with me, and the way I was meant to be, basically. But for niggas who, don't ask the right questions, you feel me? Or just accept things as, okay, they say the Bible said, or the Bible says, or my pastor says this is wrong, so it's wrong. And they just accept what people tell them like that. It's not gonna be as easy for them to break away. You feel me? That's why, like in the previous video, I was encouraging y'all to ask the right questions, like who wrote the Bible? How long ago did they write this shit? What were their values back then? You feel me? Like it's shit like that, and those are the kind of questions you ask that help you accept yourself and break away from what everybody else says is right and wrong. You feel me? And establish your own sense of, all right, this is who I am. My sexuality doesn't define me. Like homosexuality doesn't define me any more than heterosexuality defines someone else. No matter how much emphasis society likes to put on that shit. You feel me? But yeah, I got a little sidetracked. So, let's see, I talked about the loneliness levels to the DL shit. I guess I also kind of put mindset in there, right? But basically, a minute ago I was thinking, like, since I don't know, I've been out for a minute now. I mean, sort of. Actually, that's another thing I should say. If y'all come out to whoever, how many people, if you straight acting, you gonna be straight to majority of society anyway. So in a sense, you'll always be DL. Just cause that's how society sees gay people. They see them as feminine and all that other shit that I've talked about before. But yeah, I was thinking, like the way I am now, it's kind of hard to remember what it was like to be DL. Cause yeah, like once you out, you out. Like you're free. You ain't gotta lie no more. You ain't gotta make up some bullshit excuses. All that other stuff. You feel me? I also wanted to talk about trying to make a relationship work with the DL nigga when you are out or kind of out, however you want to title that, label that. Cause I've been there, like right with old dude I was talking to. I guess we was trying to make it work, but if you've accepted yourself and you're no longer apologizing or shameful or fearful of other people's judgment and that kind of shit, your whole mentality is different, right? And then you over here, you care about someone who's on the other side, who is still afraid, still shameful. Like your interactions are gonna be like very different, or sorry, your mentality is just very different, right? Like, I'm not the type of person that like I need to be out in public all lovey-dovey with whoever the fuck I'm with. I don't need that. But I do like when I'm with people I care about, when I'm happy, I turn into a big ass kid. I'm a playful ass nigga in general, you feel me? So if I'm with someone who's like really DL and they're always concerned about how other people are gonna see their interactions, for example, if I'm walking with a nigga on Venice Beach and I decide like I want to horseplay around with this nigga, like, or I throw something, or I'm like just doing like normal nigga shit you would see friends do. You feel me? But he over here, hey man, cut it out, like, oh that's gay, like it's too many people around here, like, you know, like a lot of those interactions, if that happens a lot, that shit would just be like, it'll kind of weigh you down. You feel me? Like you won't really want to play no more. Like it's like you can't be happy around them all the time, kind of. But let's see. That wasn't the only thing. Let's see if I can remember. And yes, I did write shit down this time. I wrote down all my thoughts. Cause y'all motherfuckers been hounding me for that shit. But it's always, I always feel like there's something more I gotta say anyway. Or shit that I missed out on. But yeah. Again, it's y'all are y'all, I'm me. Things are different if you are more effeminate. Things are different if you, even if you like a nigga like me, right? Because I'm a big ass kid when I'm happy, like I said. But yeah, man. And also, it should, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but I never even contemplated being out or coming out to anyone until I met that first nigga where I was like, oh shit, like I actually fuck with you like more than just sex. Like I could actually see myself being with you like in a relationship, like being intimate, that type of thing. So I don't know. I feel like I just needed to add that because you know, when you just having sex with people, it's not as big a deal because even though you still gotta lie to your people and all that every time you want to go mess around with somebody, the interactions aren't significant because y'all smash and you did. And that's it. And I feel like for most people it's gonna be that way until you actually meet someone that's like, okay, like I mess with your vibe. And then that's where shit starts getting complicated and you gotta make all sorts of concessions and your life changes, their life changes, or maybe their life doesn't change because they don't want it to change. And you're just gonna be stuck, caring about this person and you can't really be together. Not in the way that straight couples get to be together. You feel me? So yeah, I think that was it. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and also turn notifications on so y'all don't miss no videos. Cause I heard that's a thing on YouTube. Like, if you don't put the bell on or something, y'all just miss out when I post. So turn that on. I'm gonna try and have a new video for y'all every week or so. But yeah, already said like, comment, subscribe, right? Do all that shit. All right.